Appreciate you in the button. Welcome to the Hot Hustle Podcast on Hype. This is episode 86. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. This is the second part. The most special guest we've ever had on the podcast. Introduce yourself to the audience again.
Hi, my name is Akaya. I'm his daughter.
Copy that. So we're gonna get into a little bit of Kai coming up next. Custom Hustle World. Custom Hustle World on Instagram is my clothing line. Custom Hustle Co on Twitter. Custom jackets, you design them yourself. You can do it however you want to make that situation happen. The prices depend on what you want on that jacket, though. Kids jackets available also. Jerseys are football, basketball, baseball, hockey. Custom jerseys, you pick the names, numbers, colors, and all of that. Custom hustle sweatsuits for the kids and the adults. You tell me what size you are, and I can tell you what colors we can make happen. And excuse me, t-shirts also available. H2H Cleaning at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. That's my cleaning company. We do cleanouts, roofing, plumbing, HVAC, carpet and flooring. You name it, we could probably make it happen. But that is at H2H Cleaning. It is a tri-state area situation, but if you make it worth my while, I will slide. Two special shout outs to two of the stations, two of the folks that I got to meet this weekend in person for the first time. Every Monday, E Block Radio Network, 2 o'clock. My man Q Lewis. I got to meet Q this weekend. Shouts out to my man Q. Also THC Media. I got to meet Ty on THC Media on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Got to meet Ty and Q this weekend. We sat down, had a good conversation, chopped it up with those fellas. We should be putting something out soon. Tuesday, GFT Radio Network. Every Tuesday on the GFT Radio Network. In fact, my man Willie, happy birthday. My man Willie, his birthday was this week. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all slide in Willie's DMs. They wide open. And, you know what I'm saying? Show him a little love. Wednesdays, 216 to blend. 12 midnight, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. On 216 to blend. Thursdays, W10UPhilly.com at 12:30. Fridays is the I Say Podcast Radio Network at 10 a.m. Still looking to fill in that Sunday slot. Still looking for the West Coast. What's up, y'all? Okay, episode 86. Kai, you ready?
Yes.
So this episode is going to be get to know your kids. The generational gap has always been a problem with the adults and the kids, and why things are just not the same as they was when I was a child versus when you become the child. So now, what is your biggest influence as a 9-year-old? What is the thing that influences you the most?
Probably me, because
You the most is what you're saying.
yes, I think I'm very important. I'm not saying like nobody else is important in my life, just like me mostly.
All right, no. So what you're hearing is whose opinion matters most. It's not opinion, it's influence. The influence is
Oh,
what do you look up to? What do you like? What inspires you? What is the thing that catches your eye and makes you feel a certain way? However that way is, when you see it, you kind of know, like, you get a feeling that you like whatever this is, or whoever this person is that talks, however this person moves, that type of
oh,
thing.
my dance teacher, Miss Carla, because in dance she yells at us, but at the same time she's just trying to protect us, and so nobody gets hurt or something. So like when she screams or gets frustrated,
Hold the phone steady. Stop shaking the phone. Stop shaking the phone. There you go. All right. Go ahead.
it's mostly her, because she like if you're having a bad day and before like anything starts, she'll pull you aside and ask you what's wrong, what's happening or something. But she always tells us stays in the cafeteria. Like
What
what stays in
happens
the
in the cafeteria stays in the cafeteria.
or in the hallway. Anywhere in school stays there.
All right. So what is it about her though that makes her like a really big influence on you? Is it just that you really like dance? You really like the type of person that she is? What is it about
It's
her?
like she gets how kids are.
Put that back in your
So
ear. You're messing up the volume. Go ahead.
she understands what kids are going through, because I think like all the things that we are doing, she knows that, okay, say for example, you got in a fight with one of your friends and you're mad at them, she probably went through that, so you could like easily go up to her and be like, "Hey, Miss Carla, I had a fight with my friend and I needed some help with it," or like in general, just anything that happened, like uh, you got in an argument with your mom and you upset about it and you don't want to talk to nobody else but her, you like can go to her and be like, "Hey, Miss Carla, this such and such happened with my mom or my dad."
At 9, you shouldn't be getting in arguments with your mom or your dad, for that matter. Uh, if they're telling you something, you should just shut up and listen because you're 9. Um, okay, so now I know that dance is something that you really like.
Mm-hmm.
So now, as like I said this before when I had you on, it was like the dream changes constantly with you, but that's cool because you're a kid. So right now, is dance the dream? Is dance what you want to do? Is that what you looking to aspire to?
Yes. Most dance is where I'm sticking at for now. I know something else is gonna pop into my head what I want to do.
Like what? Or it just hasn't popped yet?
Hasn't popped yet.
All right, here's one that was a lot different from my generation to your generation. Why don't y'all play outside no more?
That's a good question. It's mostly because, in my opinion, it's just like it's not that fun anymore. It's like it's too much stuff going on that you don't really want to play outside. And plus, now it'd be too cold to go outside. You just want to watch TV and play the game. It's like all the rest of the kids, not really that much kids outside. So, say for example, I'm at the house and I'm playing by myself, and I want to go outside. It's like no other kids out there that I know, so I can't just walk up to them and be like, talking to a complete stranger, say, "Hey, you want to play together?" I don't know their name. I don't know if they're gonna set me up. So it's like, what's the point of
Set
me
you
going
up for
outside?
what?
Like, what's the point of me making a new friend? I already had friends. I don't need a new one. I could just talk to my friends online. So going
So,
outside.
all right, so tell me this one. This is something that y'all do now too that I don't understand. That's why we're having this conversation. Uh, you and nephew, y'all will sit there for hours on end playing the game together without actually talking to each other. Why do we do that now? Why do the kids do that now? I don't understand that.
Well, we don't need to have a conversation because there's a group chat, so we could just type in what we want to talk about instead of just wasting our time. Because I have to look at him to talk to him and say, "I don't like this person that you're playing with." Instead, I could just private chat him and say it in the group chat. So doing all that.
All right, so here's a couple of things for what you're saying and these couple of answers that you gave me.
Hmm.
One, you need to know how to talk to people. You need to know how to make eye contact and communicate with people because when you start to work and get older and get a job and all of that, you need to know how to do that. You're not going to always be able to talk to somebody in a chat room. You're going to have face to face awkward conversations with people or talk about stuff that you don't want to talk about or deal with things that you don't want to deal with and come out of your comfort zone. That's all what's going to happen. But I don't know how the hell y'all gonna do that because y'all never do it. Like y'all don't get no practice reps. Y'all don't try to make that part happen. And like you was just saying about the new friends thing, like you kind of need to make new friends. You can't always stick with. I'm not saying you kind of constantly got to be meeting new people. Not so much at your age and stage, but you got to be open to the idea of meeting new people because you never know what you might stop yourself from being able to do or obtain or You never know what that other person might have that you might like. They might agree with everything that you agree with. They might like dance just like you like dance. They might like roadblocks just like you like roadblocks. But you'll never know that if you just go, oh well, I don't need to talk to that girl because I don't know her. Now, like you just saying, it ain't that many kids outside. That's definitely a thing because it was a million of us outside when I was growing up. But like, it just seems weird to me, like that y'all don't play outside type of thing. Like that was a real big thing for us. And when it got cold, you just kept your jacket on, played outside, kept your hoodie on, still played. Once you hit the winter, when it's like the street lights come on at like 4:30, then it was different, just because it got dark so fast.
Think the only time I go outside is if I'm either at school or we come to mama's house. That's the only time I really come outside because I don't really like to go outside. I actually want to sit in my room or just play the game. It's just like I'm scared to meet new people because I don't know if they're gonna judge me or if they're in a whole different age different with
Bracket.
me and they're gonna act like, oh, just she looks so tall but she's so young. And like they might be like a teenager and act so rude. But it's like awkward.
So this is one thing you're gonna have to understand as you grow up. It's gonna be hard to understand as a kid, but as you grow up, it'll make things a whole lot easier for you. You can't worry about people judging you. Everybody judges you every day, all day when they look at you. And whether you're a kid, an adult, or anything, everybody looks at you and go, "You too tall, you too short, you too fat, you too skinny. You got glasses, you don't got glasses. Your lips are big, your lips are too small." People do that as soon as they see you every day. So you can't never let other people's opinions just tear you down and affect how you feel about yourself. And you also can't let the fear of other people's opinions stop you from growing. You can't let that stop you from being a well-rounded person or a person who can go out there and, like you should, make a new friend or just hold a conversation with somebody. But if y'all don't ever hold conversations, which is what y'all don't do, which is like, I don't, the whole shutdown situation, like, it's really stuck the growth for your generation, I think, because like y'all got stuck in the house and then not able to go to school. By the time y'all got to see each other again, y'all was like totally different people. Everybody's 2 years older. Everybody's 3, 4, 5 inches taller, 20 pounds heavier. Like it just wasn't the same, and that's kind of going to affect y'all for the rest of forever. But you got to be mindful of that and be thinking about that those type of things are out there. So don't be afraid to communicate and talk to people. Now we're not talking about talk to some complete stranger on a bus stop or nothing like that.
Yeah,
But
I'm
like
not
as
gonna do
far
that.
as yeah, I
That's
mean like as
weird.
far as school age kids type thing, like yeah, that's perfectly fine for you to make a new friend in the classroom.
Yeah, I think
Now,
before
go
the shutdown, I used to always want to go outside. But I think once we had to be quarantined and stay in the house, I just didn't like going outside because I always thought everybody had COVID now because of the shutdown.
yeah, you got that from me. Um, so tell me this now. What's something that I do that you don't like?
um,
Be honest. You ain't gotta be scared.
probably like always, always making jokes, like saying the same thing over again, like how uh one of my friends do that all the time. They say the same joke every day. Wait, no, it's one that I really hate that you do. It's when you like as soon as you get in the house, you're probably like downstairs watching something, and then I probably want to play a game or play the game on the TV, and they'd be like, I don't want to bother him because like he might be doing something. But then when I ask you, it's like now you say you're tired, but you're sitting here on the phone, and it's like something I really, really hate that you do. I'm not trying to be like rude or anything. It's just I don't like when you do that.
So you don't like when I do what? Be on sitting on my phone?
Yes.
Me sitting on my phone is usually me doing something with the business stuff. It's either me trying to set up a podcast episode, me selling a jacket, a jersey, or trying to get a cleaning job. It's not just me playing the game in my phone or nothing. That's still me working. So like it's not the same as me going to regular work, like punching a clock work, but it's still the same. It's still work because it's still how did I provide for us. But
Mhm.
all right, your mom told me that before too. Think that didn't still count. What's one of the things that I like that I do that you do like?
um, make time for me and Eris. Cause like when you're really busy or making somebody an order, like a jacket, you take like time away from the tablet, the phone, or something, and actually like sit down with us. Cause some dads don't do that, and like one of my friends, her dad does not do that at all. And that's one of the things I like that you do. You take time from work just to play with us.
That's about your priorities. Like I said, your mom told me before that I be on the phone too much. So it's one of them things where it's like you want to be available. You don't want to just be present. You want to be available. You say that to say like we could be all sitting there watching a movie, but if I'm on the phone and not actually watching a movie, then I'm not present or available. Like I'm here physically, but I ain't paying y'all no attention. We go to dinner, it's always there's no phones at the table. Whenever we eat dinner, there's no phones at the table because we can need to be able to hold the conversation, able to pay attention to what's going on, and appreciate them opportunities that you have to do that because we don't always have a chance to sit down and eat dinner together. We don't always have a chance to sit down and watch together. So when you have those things, you got to recognize that's what's going on and take advantage of them situations. But a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't look at it like that. But that's another reason why I've always told you to appreciate what you have, because everybody doesn't have what you have. Um, Tell me this: what's your favorite thing that your mom does?
Uh, always makes noise because when me,
Your favorite thing is that she makes noise.
yes, she makes animal noises. When me and her are in the kitchen with Uncle Sam, she like makes dog noises, and she's
So
like
you mean like the
barking.
reindeer last night when you screamed?
Yup, that's why I did it because I knew Mommy was gonna have a reaction. Because I think I get making random noises from her and you.
I
Well, you
don't
don't
make
really make
random
random
noise.
noises,
Yeah, that's
but
definitely not a hype thing. Okay, what's something about you that I don't know? Or is there anything about you that you think I don't know?
uh, I think you don't know my favorite subject. No, you don't know my favorite
I
friend.
just got your progress report, so I can tell what your favorite subject is science.
Okay, you don't know who my favorite friend is.
We don't need to call anybody else's children's names on the podcast, so no reason for us to go there.
Oh, my
Um,
favorite color. You do not know my favorite color. You don't. Just you don't. Don't.
I'm guessing purple.
No.
Ah, damn. His
You're
sweatsuit's purple. That's why I said that.
you're wearing it on your wrist,
When did
but
green
it's
become your favorite?
past.
Green or
It's
gray?
past
Because my bad, you know what I'm saying? It's custom hustle. We have wristbands in all colors, you know what
pastel
I'm saying?
green. Prefer pastel,
Oh, excuse me, pastel. This is not pastel green in my arm.
but
Um,
it's green.
okay, so before we close this episode out, you got any questions that you wanted to ask me that you had left over from the last time that you came on?
Yes, I actually do have a question for you. Why
Shoot,
do adults always have to mumble like when the kids ask them to read something? Why do they always like, "Hmm." Like why do y'all do that? It's like so weird. Like why do
it's
y'all need to do that?
proofread because you proofread it. You read it. You read it to make sure that you know what the hell it is. if you asking me a question about something, you gotta understand. For a parent, we learned the stuff that you're doing. You see, you in fourth grade. I was in
Yeah.
fourth grade in 1996. Like I was in fourth grade a long time, 26 years ago. Like, or what was that? Not 26 years ago. I messed that math all up. Damn, that was 26 years ago. I'm that old. Um, so like, yeah, I was in fourth grade 26 years ago. So the stuff that you doing now, like, yeah, I know it, but sometimes you got to brush up on it. You don't just always. It's so much stuff that happens in your life and all of that time that like you got to make sure that you can brush up on that stuff. So if you looking at me for the answer for something, I can't tell you if the answer is right or wrong. 'Cause I don't even know what the problem is. If I don't know how to solve this math problem or get this science answer or whatever the subject is that we're doing. So it's like you look at it and go like, okay, what is this? Is this something that I definitely know? Like you doing fractions now. I know fractions. I know math like the back of my hand, just because math is money. You always got to be able to count, read, write, and count is the ones that you always gonna need. And so those things, like, yeah, I got that. But something else it might be. I don't know. Let's look this over first. Let me let me Google this answer to make sure that I got it right before I just tell you something. Because I can't tell you if it's right or wrong if I don't know if it's right or wrong. So that's why we like. Okay, that's why we do that.
Okay, because I was like, I just get so annoyed when y'all do that. Like, why are you mumbling?
It's not mumbling. It's reading. Like I said, it's like proofreading.
Well, I do like to make a shout out. I'm not gonna call out the names, but like I would like to make a shout out. I would like to make a shout out to my school, EM Stanton.
Girl, hold up. We're not shouting out to school and all of that. We don't need people knowing what school you go to.
Well, maybe
So
some of my friends' parents listen.
they might, but we don't need you. Leave that alone. You're gonna mess the audio up. Um, yeah, we don't need people knowing what school you go to and all of that, girl. Um, so all right, you got anything you want to say before we close out episode 86, Kyle? I'll take that as a no. Appreciate y'all coming on. Appreciate you hitting the button. Appreciate everybody for tuning in this week. Damn, this is what I meant to say the last time you came on. Shout out to my man Uncle Dolomite. Uncle Dolomite was the one who gave me the idea to even put you on the first time. So shouts out to my man Uncle Dolomite out in LA. That was episode 86, y'all. We are